Hi, it's Mary with another Mango Moment, and today is our geometry day, G for geometry. And I know we're skipping around a little bit, but it's sometimes good to do that. It gets kids to see that there are other parts of mathematics, and sometimes they'll find something that they're actually interested in more than just algorithms and worksheets. So today we're working on shapes, and we're kind of continuation of last week. We did angles and we taped the table up and we measured angles and looked at angles. So today we're going to look at those angles with regards to shapes. And we're going to start with triangles. And I would like to have the kids make all the different type of triangles there are: scalene, equilateral, isosceles, acute, obtuse, and right. And finding out what those angles mean. An isosceles having two equal sides, equilateral having all equal sides, a scalene having an obtuse or all different length sides, an obtuse angle having one obtuse angle in it, and acute having no angles other than small acute angles. So I want them to be able to measure the side, tell what the length is, draw a curve in the angles that are not right angles, and a square in a right angle. That shows that this forms a square. And so they're going to make these angles. And then what I want them to do is cut off those angles after they made them all. And then I want them to put all those angles together and see what happens. I'm not going to show you because I want the kids to discover what happens when you do that with all the different angles. Then we're going to take that same idea we did with these triangles and apply it to quadrilaterals. So I want them to make all the different quadrilaterals, which are rectangles, squares, rhombus, kites, parallelograms, and isosceles trapezoids. So they can look to figure out how they do those, and it takes some creativity in coming up with how to draw them out. So having kids fold shapes to be able to make sure that they have the right sides, every side is equal that it needs to be, is a good way to get these shapes made. Once again, I want them to, that one would be too hard to see. I want them to put an arc in each one of the corners that is not a right angle, a square in the corners that are a right angle. And then I want them, once again, cut off all these angles. And notice, because I have the angle marked with that, we know where we're going to put all our corners together. And once again, they're going to put all those angles together and see what happens. Now, if you have a protractor, that's fantastic. And so I want the kids to also, if you have a protractor available, to measure each angle and see what the size is. So this one is about an 84 degree angle. So then they can mark what the length, the degree of that angle is if you have a protractor. So lots of things to do with this activity, but it's a great way for them to start to get the foundations of geometry.